Alright, what's up guys? So I'm doing this Instagram live like I said I would. This is about mainly nutrition / workout kind of questions that people gave me. I got probably about 10-12 questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer them best I can, and we'll see how it goes. So I know it's Father's Day. Today was a terrible day to choose. I didn't think about it before I chose the day, and I kind of just did it, and I chose the time, so I'm sticking with it. I know I'm like 35 minutes late, but whatever. So here we go. Okay. First question is, how long have I been working out for? So if you want to say consistently, I've been working out for about probably about a year and 2 months or so. It really hasn't been that long. My fitness journey has been relatively short, really impactful on my life though, and I've absolutely loved it. I know beforehand, I kind of did a couple like workouts. I did like, that so you do when you go to with a workout with your friend, you go to like the gym and you guys try to get a workout in, and it's kind of like whatever. But this is me seriously taking fitness as like a real life thing and putting it to my everyday life, taking nutrition seriously and all that. So I've been doing that about a year and 2 months. All right. Second question is, how do you keep yourself so dedicated to eating super healthy? Well, it's a lot easier than it sounds. Like, people think, going on like a crazy diet and stuff is taking out all the good foods you like and stuff, and that's not what it is at all. You do your diet according to what foods you think you could eat for a set amount of time. My cut was 90 days, so you choose foods that you really would like to eat for 90 days. Choose a breakfast that's a staple to you and something you could eat every morning per se. You don't have to have a meal plan. I didn't have a specific meal plan. I didn't wake up every morning knowing what I was gonna eat. I had ideas of what I was gonna eat and different variations of what I did to eat, like what fit in my macros. And if you don't know what macros are, I'll go over them later. But yeah, so I would say eating super healthy is just something that I've developed. I just I'm conscious about what I eat and what I put into my body. I haven't always been this way, so don't think it's like something I was born with. It was something I had to figure out how to do myself. All right. Third question is, what's my worst craving? My worst craving is probably pizza. I am a huge pizza guy, and I literally live like 2 minutes from Little Caesars. It's so easy to hop in the car, go to Little Caesars, and buy a large pizza for $5. I wish I could do that every day of my life and still obtain the physique I have right now. I wish. Can't do it though, so that's the big thing. You have to stay away from pizza. And pizza's a lot worse than it seems. It's a lot of fat, a lot of carbs, but whatever. Fourth question is, what is my favorite cheat meal? Now I know what you're all thinking, I literally just kind of answered that. Pizza probably would be close to it, but my worst thing, like my favorite cheat meal that I love to eat is donuts. I love donuts, like so freaking much. Yo, what's up, Corey? Good to see you, man. But yeah, donuts for sure. When I ended my cut, if you guys aren't like on my Snapchat is pretty stupid. It's no middle name L. But I did a 12 dozen donut challenge, and I ate 12 dozen donuts in about 2 hours. If I was eating them really fast, I could have done it probably within like 30 minutes or so. But I really wanted to kind of enjoy it, and I realized, eating them slowly, I didn't really enjoy it at all. It was like the worst thing I've ever done, especially coming off a cut. It made me almost hate junk food. It made me almost want to go back to eating healthy, which I guess in a sense isn't a bad thing, but I really wanted to enjoy eating bad, and I didn't really get to because I killed it for myself, but whatever. All right, and then fifth question is, are you an unhealthy person? Like, I guess that means like, do I eat bad all the time, or am I just always super like healthy? Before I started fitness and stuff, I was relatively pretty bad about what I ate. I really didn't care. I didn't know anything about like what I was putting in my body and whatnot. Like, I probably went to Taco Bell like twice a week. I went to Chipotle every day, and not gonna lie, I still eat Chipotle probably like 4 or 5 times a week. But I don't get all the stuff that I used to get on my bowls. I used to get like a lot of sour cream, like a lot of guacamole. Not that guacamole is bad for you, those are good fats, but fats are fats, and if you're not following your macros and hitting the right fats, carbs, proteins per day, you're not going to see any progress. It's just not going to happen. So I would say I was a very unhealthy person. I'm a lot more conscious of what I eat now. I'm very healthy in a sense. I don't really eat a lot of fried foods. I work at Chick-fil-A, and it can be pretty hard not to just get a spicy deluxe sandwich, which is my favorite thing on the menu by far. But You know, I eat grilled sandwiches all the time, grilled clubs, side salads, you know. I really don't eat anything else, as crazy as that sounds. Like, I am so strict about it. In the morning for breakfast, I eat egg white grilleds. You know, those are, once again, grilled, have egg whites on them. It's not a lot of processed stuff. It's good for you. I enjoy eating them, and so if there wasn't those type of foods at my job, I don't really know if I would eat that healthy all the time in those certain situations, because eating healthy can be pretty freaking expensive. So that's that. The question is, how much cardio do you do? On my off season, like the seasons where I'm bulking and stuff, which will be like fall and winter, I really don't do much cardio. You know, I really don't care too much about how like my stomach looks and all that. You know, I'm not gonna be taking off my shirt, going to the beach or going to the like Alum Springs with my friends. You know, I'm not gonna be doing all that. So I really don't care too much about, you know, what I look like. I guess I'm gonna try to maintain it a little more now than I did before, now that I know what I'm doing, but I don't think it's gonna be much cardio. I really don't. Like during my cut though, this past 90 days, you know, it's over now, but during the 90 days, I was doing like 5 days of cardio a week and at least 25 to 30 minutes of cardio a day. Like at least 25 to 30. And it sucked. Yeah, like it was a beating on my body, and you know, my legs didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't want to do it. You know, after like the first 2 months, you know, it definitely gets easier wanting to do it. You know, you get on, you're seeing the results already, so you're pushing yourself more and more to want to, you know, get that end goal that you have. And I think that's the biggest thing, is like, you need to keep an end goal in mind when doing a diet. You know, you're not going to see the biggest results in a week, 2 weeks. You are going to see the biggest results in the last 30 days of your cut. You know, you are going to see the most drastic things. You know, you're going to see striations in your shoulders. You're going to start noticing your, like, just your tricep and stuff becoming more apparent, or bad word, but people are basically going to start seeing your muscles a lot more, and people are going to start like complimenting it and like telling you like, wow, like, you know, you're doing great progress. But in the meantime, like, you know, you're not really going to see all those results that you would hope, and you just have to stay and focused and know that they are going to come, especially with a clean and healthy diet. No, not too much processed food, etc. Like, stay clean, you know, make sure you're getting your greens in. I'm really bad about that, to be fair, but I eat a lot of broccoli. Weirdly enough, I love spinach. You know, I put spinach in a pan, saute it, put some salt on it. That's delicious. I love it. Corey said, are you going to bulk up now, or are you going to continue the cut? For the meantime, during the summer, I'm going to try to maintain the cut. I'm going to try. You know, I'm doing a pretty good job so far, and I still have like all my abs and everything. I'm not worried about gaining my lower fat in the bottom of it, you know, whatever. If I gain a little bit, that's fine. I'm still enjoying my time, and I think that's the biggest thing with fitness, is really just enjoying yourself. You know, don't do it if it's gonna kill you and you're not gonna be able to enjoy yourself. You know, on the weekends, you know, still go out and enjoy yourself with your friends. You know, I don't know, like just have fun. You know, don't kill yourself doing this. You can have a life and do fitness. You know, you don't always have to eat 100% to get the results. You know, one day out of 7 days a week isn't going to kill you, and just keep that in mind. You know, one cheat day isn't going to completely ruin everything, and don't think it screwed you over. You're doing really well, and stay with it. Next question is my opinions on steroids and steroid usage. It's an interesting topic. Okay, so I don't really have, I'm kind of in between, you know. I understand why people do steroids. Trust me, I really do. Like, me wanting to do physique competitions in the future, have thought about it. I haven't made up my mind yet if I'm ever going to or not, and I probably won't, depending on the circumstances that my life gives me. But, you know, we'll see. I can't say yes or no, and I can't really tell you my opinion on how they are or like what they do to you, because I really don't know that yet, and I want to get more nutritionally or like sciencely, like whatever you want to say, scientifically, like smarter in that like situation, or like whatever, before I even put those in my body, because that's a serious deal, and you're genetically altered for the rest of your life. Hey, appreciate it, Mary. That means a lot. Thank you. But yeah, so my opinions on people doing them, it's your choice. You know, I think people who do them, they obtain amazing physiques. Like, I am jealous of some of the physiques that a lot of people out there who I aspire to be like have because of steroids. You know, even though they may not admit to having done them, there are a lot of things about somebody's body that you can just tell if they are doing it or not. You know, you don't have to know that they stick a needle in their butt or in their side, whatever. You can just tell, you know, like, and some people, you know, think others do it and they don't, you know. Sometimes people are wrong about it, but the people who take it all the time, it is very apparent that they take it. And so I don't have any negative or positive things to say about it. It's all about you. If you want to do it, do it. I'm not going to judge you for it, you know. Basically how it is, you know. All right. Question, another one is, what was your diet and how did you approach it? My diet for summer shredding, I didn't have a coach, I didn't have anything. It's just kind of me just doing it on my own and trying to figure out, you know, I wanted to coach myself because I didn't want to pay, you know, $150, $120 every 4 weeks for somebody who's going to tell me, you know, one, how to eat, what workouts to do. You know, I barely had money to get the food that I needed. Like, you think I can afford a coach and all that? So I didn't do that. I did it all on my own. I'm not saying I'm like some god or anything, you know. It's obviously super hard to do. Like, I think anybody struggles with it. Even like high competitors in the like IFBB Pro and stuff, everybody has their times where dieting is just very hard and it's very hard to stick with. But my diet, my approach to it was, well, I'll tell you my macros for it. When I first started, my macros were, I weighed 162, so my protein was 162, my fats were around 50, and my carbs were 200, which I know for most of you guys, you don't know what that means, but that equated to around like 1,850 calories or something like that. And, you know, that is a 500 deficit from the calories that I would maintain typically to stay the same weight. So when you're in a cut, you want to subtract calories, you know, and it's not just subtracting the calories, the big number, it's subtracting the macronutrients inside and getting a good split between them. You know, for protein, I think you're supposed to have anywhere between like, you know, 0.14 or 0.16% I can't remember. I'll go over that in a different live stream. I'll go about how you find your macronutrients and all that. Right now, I can't think of it right now. I have a whole spreadsheet on how I did it and stuff, but basically that was my diet. I went off that, and as my diet went down, I think 4 weeks in, I changed it up. You know, you want to stay with a specific set macros for a week or two, etc., and just make sure that your body is adjusting to it and you're losing weight accordingly. Because if you're not losing weight, obviously there just needs to be some sort of adjustment to the macros. You know, don't think you're doing wrong in the gym. If you're doing your cardio and you're eating well and everything, you're probably doing great. It just probably needs some sort of little adjustment and tweak. You know, just don't think about it all too much at the same time. You know, everyone starts somewhere. Nobody starts knowing exactly what they're doing. That's not how fitness works. That's not how anything works. You know, you don't start a math class and instantly know everything that you get taught. You know, obviously there are going to be points where you struggle, and everybody goes through those. It's only human. If you didn't, that would be a miracle. Seriously. The last question, I think question 10 or 9, something like that. It's, what do you eat to stay healthy / in shape? I would assume you're asking like, what do I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or just in general? My staple breakfast is pretty simple. Sometimes it changes up, but usually it's pretty simple. And it may sound pretty boring to you guys, but I do like 2 whole eggs in the morning, which equates to 10 grams of fat and 12 grams of protein. I do about 5 egg whites on top of that, so I think that's total 30 something protein. And I normally do 1 to 2 packets of oats. Usually I just do, I can't say usually, but recently I've been doing 1 packet of oats a lot because I want to save my carbs for later in the day. But I know 2 packets of oats is around 48 grams of carbs or 46 grams of carbs. And so I'm getting a good bit of fats and I'm getting a good bit of carbs in with all that. You know, and that's a really good breakfast personally in my opinion before I would hit the gym. You know, I don't feel bloated, I feel great. I go and hit a good workout, and then after that I fill myself up on typically chicken. In the beginning of my cut I was using a lot of ground beef, and I love ground beef, don't get me wrong. It is so much better than chicken because chicken can just be so bland sometimes. But the only issue with it is that ground beef is a lot more expensive, and I couldn't afford that much ground beef. Which, that's why I think I'm going to get some sort of membership to like Costco or BJ's and get my meats and stuff in bulk, because I do enjoy eating ground beef a lot, and that helps me diet more because I want to eat ground beef, and when it comes to chicken, I'm eating chicken all the time at work and stuff, so it's just, I really don't care for chicken too much. You know, you got to do what you got to do to get the gains, but whatever. You know, ground beef is a staple. I eat a lot of sweet potatoes. I eat spinach. I eat asparagus. I really do like my seafood too. If I have to pick any, I'd pick like shrimp. Another option, you know, that I've been eating in the mornings and stuff is I'll take like 2 pieces of bread. I use the honey wheat life bread. It's like 40 calories a slice, so it's like 19 carbs for 2 slices, which is really good. Still getting a good bit of protein. And I'll take the eggs and I'll put the eggs on there, or I'll use like this fat-free cheddar cheese that I have, and I'll put cheese inside my egg whites and eggs when they're on there, and I'll almost make like an omelet. It's really good because the macros and the fat-free cheese is delicious. The only thing is, for the bag size you get, it's really Jorah, I hate you, I'll answer that in a second. It really isn't what's it called? It really isn't that big of a bag for what you pay for. You pay like $3.50 for like a small bag. Like you get like 6 servings out of maybe, and it's like 9 protein per serving, which is 28 grams, 2 carbs, 0 fat, which is amazing for cheese. The only thing is, obviously, it just doesn't taste as good. All right, Jorah, for your question, what hair product do I use? I'm gonna go ahead and say at Blueman, or Bluemon, whatever you want to call him. He's a YouTuber, big YouTuber. I've been following for years. Bought his products like when I was a senior in high school. I've been using it ever since. I don't know why I'm answering this question, but it is it's like a medium texturizing paste. It has like fiber in it and stuff. I fuck with it. I use all his products, clay, all that. The jits. Yeah. Corey, have you tried a vegetarian diet, and if so, how did it go? I have never tried a vegetarian diet, and I'll be quite frankly be honest with you, I do not plan on it. I thoroughly enjoy meats way too much. You know, my brother who decided to go vegan, I understand why he went vegan. I understand, like, there's all those like houses where they keep all the chickens and all the cows and stuff, and they slaughter them, and I know how they get like veal and stuff, and they break the legs of the calves and stuff, and it's super sad, and I understand all that, but as mean as it sounds, I enjoy meat way too much, and I know it doesn't separate me that I'm not the one doing the things to the people, but in a weird way, my mind kind of works where like I'm not the one harming them, so I'm okay with enjoying the meats. I don't know. I just could never go vegetarian. I don't think I could ever enjoy eating the things that I would have to get as much protein and stuff like that. And then there's another question I want to answer about protein, but I might do that in another one. It's about how like people think protein shakes just all of a sudden makes you gain like this random amount of muscle, but I don't know. Yeah, I understand that you didn't last 3 weeks. Like, it would be hard for me. I don't think I could do that, honestly. Have I ever tried juicing? If I think I know what you're talking about, that's the juices that you get from the lady downtown. I have never tried it. I know you and Chris have done it, obviously, and it's worked magic for you guys. But the only thing is, I feel like I couldn't fit those in my like macros properly and stuff, and I don't feel like it'd be filling enough. You know, like I can go to like Tropical Smoothie and drink like 2 of those smoothies before I'm full. But in all honesty, that's like 50 grams of sugar and like 160 carbs in 2 drinks. Like, you know how easy one of those is to kill? I can go kill a Mango Magic right now in like 10 seconds. Like, I'm at Qdoba in Central Park, if you guys are wondering why it's so like dark and stuff. Yeah, see, I'm at Qdoba, so I'm not sitting at my house doing this, but that's that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the questions I got and stuff. So that is my Q&A on workout and nutrition. You know, if anybody actually wants any workout tips and stuff, most of these questions were like nutritional based. I'm not the most informed on like working out and stuff. Like, you know, I'm really good on like contractions, all that type stuff. You know, I'm more of a bodybuilder, not a power lifter, so I can try to answer as many questions as you want. But yeah, that'll be for another live stream, I guess. So it was cool. Hope you all enjoyed. I hope I gave you guys some tips and you know, some stuff you guys can use in your everyday lives. So cool. All right, I'm gonna join my Qdoba now that I've been waiting to eat. So deuces.